Hey, what's going on guys? It's Sesh. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be playing another live chess game. Played a few games today, got back to over 1800. Let's see if we can keep the streak going. I'm going to be explaining my moves as we go, and I'll be cutting out any empty space to help this game move along a little bit quicker. So hopefully we'll get a game pretty quickly, and yep, let's jump ahead. Alright guys, so we get the black pieces. Let's see what my opponent is going to do here. They're playing e4. I'm going to play a Sicilian. And we might get an open or an Alapin. Yep, so we got an open Sicilian. This is one of my favorite openings to play here. Super sharp lines here, a lot of fun. So I'm going to be going for the dragon, getting this bishop to the most active possible diagonal. My opponent trying to clamp down here, but we haven't played e5, so we can always blunt that later on. Let's attack this knight for now. And yeah, they probably have to support it. And let's attack this pawn. Alright, don't know if my opponent overlooked this or if there's a trap here, so let's see. Obviously we can take. Then maybe my opponent wants to go like this. If we drop back, is there any sort of risk? There's no check to win the knight. I think my opponent might have just overlooked this entirely, so I will indeed be taking this. And we'll be aiming to castle as soon as possible now. Oh, alright. That was a little bit weird, guys. I guess my opponent missed that one and just resigned, so that's all good. You know what? Let's just jump right into another game here. Alright, so we get the white pieces. I think we actually have the same opponent here. Yeah, so that's pretty funny. I'm playing queen's pawn and a queen's gambit. Let's see if we can get a queen's gambit accepted. Of course not. No one ever takes the pawn, guys. Sometimes they do, but usually not. Alright, let's see. We don't have to take. We can just develop. In fact, probably will. And maybe we can sneak in a little tempo move on the queen. Maybe provoke this weakness. Okay. Opponent attacking this pawn. I'll probably just come out. If they go here, then maybe we'll have to do something like this, or may want to consider my options here. May want to throw in this exchange. This way, there's no options to open up this file, so if this is taken, we can always take back. My opponent's going to have an IQP. And now I think we can just come out. Tempo on the queen. And if we trade off dark square bishops, we can just support our center and finish our development. No, it's going to be okay. If they take with the knight, then their knight is sort of poorly developed. You know, it probably has some prospects, but could even win this pawn now, actually. Might be worth it. I mean, why not? If they push, we can take. Let's keep things civilized for now. Maybe after we can pin this knight and then maybe think about taking later. And in exchange here, I'll take with the knight. Okay, no point in pinning, although we could maybe force something like this. Equal material, so no reason to really rush into any trades. I don't want to go here. I don't want to limit, disconnect my support on my knight. I don't want to strengthen their center. This move seems a little passive, but it's probably okay. And then if we go here, they go here, we castle. Maybe they just take there. We can take. Yeah, it's probably fine. If anything, maybe one day we'll get our bishop over here. Oh, let's go for this. They do decide to trade, so we'll take back with the queen. Alright, they defend here, and let's just go ahead and castle. Maybe like they want to go for something like this. So, two pieces have been traded. Things are starting to get a bit simpler. Now we probably do want to get our bishop more active here, so it's fine. We want to just bring our queen over to the king side, keep it active. If we go here, is there any problems? I mean, if they start doing anything too crazy, we can go here. Yeah, I mean, let's see what's gonna happen here. Let's keep our queen on the king side. I want to keep some pressure on my opponent. They go here, but it's not even attacking my bishop, and I was planning on dropping it back anyways to go here. So I'll go ahead and do that, although we don't want to necessarily drop this pawn. If my knight was defended then some other way, then maybe I would and kind of go for this counterattack, but since my knight will become loose, I think it might be worth it to just throw in this move here, and then we can start routing our pieces to the king side after this. It's going to be a little bit hard to get our rooks involved with this knight taking away this square. Maybe they want to play here. We can jump our knight forward, or oh, actually we'll probably have to take. Okay. So now that's fine. Now if we go here, we can jump our knight in, and we can always swing over here. My opponent focusing their forces mostly on the queen side, so they may be vulnerable to attack over here. We're gonna have to see. So they go here. We can start with this, threaten a mate. They'll probably just go here, and then maybe we can jump our knight forward with some checking ideas. This pawn will be weak. Let's start with this. See if they take my knight, they get mated, so no worries there. They go here, so now we can start jumping our knight in like this. Alright, they take this pawn, it's basically mate. Although, not quite. We have to be a little careful. Maybe we want to start with this move. Then there could be this. Here. Yeah, maybe we'll be okay here. So let's see. Let's see what's going to happen. My opponent going here, but I think I'm going to just sacrifice this rook and just go here. And they go here. Let's see, if we go check here, if we just take the pawn, they take the rook, and we go here, take my bishop. Let's see, we could be bordering on a win here, so we should take our time. If we go here, they may go here. Then what? What, guys? What are we going to do here? We could just go straight for this, actually. Yeah, what are they gonna do? I was looking at this check, but the knight just steps up. Instead, we could just go here, and at least we're gonna be getting this check in. And yeah, so let's see. My opponent might be valuing the worth of this pawn a little too highly. I mean, honestly, I probably have to play this. If I just go here. If they play this, then we could almost sack our bishop or something. Alright, let's start with this. Again, threatening mate, so could take our rook, and if they play here, maybe we just go here. Let's see. Alright, let's calculate this line right here. Here. Takes. No. We take here. No. Just go back now. I take. Check. Anything good here though? That's the thing. We have also a fork here. I didn't really look at that, but I mean, we could just go here. And queen will probably take. But it seems like my opponent's going the wrong way. We back down 2 pawns, but overall we'll be doing pretty fine. What about this move? Takes. That's not gonna cut it. Alright, let's go here first. We go here, really? Kind of surprises me. Thought they would take here, honestly. Maybe we can pin this pawn here. Go after this pawn. Nah, I'm bugging. Could also sack the rook and go here. Yeah, maybe we just sack the rook and go like this. Obviously they can't take it, and if we take, it's almost force mate there. Although, nah, yeah, I think we're just gonna sack the rook here, guys, and just go here. We might lose this game. We might be losing too much material, but we're gonna go forward and see if we can't get the win here. Wow, opponent not taking the rook, going for this instead. Can't really blame him. Makes sense. Could take this pawn back and just say, you know, equal material. We'll have a passed pawn. Their king side's a bit messed up. Yeah, let's just go here. Without our bishop, I don't think we're going to have enough firepower, so I don't want to open everything up. We can defend the pawn this way when the rooks come over and attack the knight. Alright, interesting move by our opponent there, going for activity instead of attacking this pawn. It's actually a pretty wise move. Alright, I'm going to push this pawn forward first, free up my rook, and yeah, maybe we'll come back first and try and get our rooks involved. Attack the knight with this rook instead. Because I wouldn't be threatening to take because we do have back rank problems. So I just want to be a little careful here, but yeah, that's no problem. I mean, I wanted to try and get some like fancy move here, but we'll just drop back, defend this pawn. I mean, Maybe my opponent wants to go here, but unless they're attacking with the knight, we're going to be winning an exchange here, so there's not really too many ways to add pressure. Next move, we're looking to kick out this knight and start rolling here. Could also jump in at some point. Not quite as effective as from this square. But also this was even easily parried, so. Okay, my opponent moving their king forward. It makes sense. Let's kick out this knight. And, yeah, maybe we'll just stack rooks here and start pushing this way. Yeah, my opponent should probably try and blockade this pawn. See, we can't push now. Alright, if we double our rooks, then they'll just blockade. And we're a bit stuck, so let's first give ourselves some Luft. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to weaken my knight too much, but it's not like there's any bishops here, and there's a pawn here, and my pawn's holding the square. So if we go this way, our king's going to have a harder time getting to the center, whereas if we can move our knight, our king's going to be more in the action. I think I'll start with this move, and then we'll try and activate this way. Maybe our rook and our knight can work together on this pawn. And if the knight goes here, then we can start rolling our pawn out, but the knight really should blockade. Okay, so opponent blockading, that makes sense. Also, it does take away this square, but let's see. I mean, we can go here. Maybe they go here. I don't know if it's worth it to trade here. Probably not. Yeah, it's just gonna be like pretty slow. So, well, I'm not actually going to be able to infiltrate here. I want to get some mobility for my king. So looking at any knight moves here. So let's come this way. Okay, so opponent offering a rook trade. Might just accept it, honestly. I mean, then again, probably don't want to let this happen. If we go here, is there a problem? We'll be threatening to take. We go here, we can take. If they go here, is it a problem? I mean, not really. Let's go here. I don't want to give them the file, and we're threatening to take now, so they'll probably trade. And I really got to think about kind of getting my king involved, although he's cut off at the moment. Alright, so they trade. There's no check, by the way. Our knight is covering. Maybe we can stop here, drive the knight somewhere, and then go all the way in. I want to start with this to prevent the rook from coming here. Okay, so that's a good move. Kind of freeing up their knight. Let's go here. And now I want to think, you know, if we trade rooks, would that be okay for us? Is this knight going to get too active? Well, that answers our question. The answer is no. They're going to be driving their knight backwards and giving us time to bring our king. So this looks pretty good for us. If we can really get our king in here. Now they'll probably go here, but we're just going to keep going forward. That would be nice. But you gotta think about this. So you go here. You can also go like here. They may want to go here, but let's start with this. Yeah, let's start with this, and then let's go like this. Or like this. I'll say there's almost an argument to be made to just go like this, but I'm sure the king will just blockade. And yeah. I think my opponent's losing the thread a little bit here. They've been wasting a lot of time. So if they play here, we might just have to go here first. Alright, they don't even go here, so we can do this, and we're aiming for this. They might just go here. It's okay. Yeah, it makes sense. I can't play here because we'll take. So our position's pretty good. We can go here. Then if they check, we always just go forward. But there's no like huge threats here. Oh, actually, yeah, we are threatening a fork here actually. No. Maybe like, alright, so they go here. Let's see, any good moves here? I don't particularly love this. I mean, this could almost be funny, but not with the knight here. I guess we should go here. And my opponent is starting to kind of run out of moves here. Alright, so they trade here. And now, let's see, we have some moves here that we can kind of waste. See if they check, we'll have to go here. If they trade them off, then we can win that pawn. So I'm going to go here. Because if we can force my opponent to run out of moves and we can end like this, they'll have to go back. And it would be good if we can get control over this square. Alright, so I think going here is going to be a mistake for my opponent. Now they go this way. Yeah. Okay, we might be losing here. Actually, I think we are losing. Let's see what happens. I think we were doing okay for a while there. Opening was fine. Nothing crazy happened. H5 here is good, but oh yeah, that's what happened in the game. So it says black has a slight edge here. King C5 was better. to go here. Yeah, this is just lost from here already. I needed to not allow this trade here. It's really frustrating. If I went like even this would have been fine. Unfortunate, guys, but you know, that's what happens. We'll try and come back with a nice win in the next one. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, subscribe, like the video. Catch you all in the next one. Peace.